This room contains 4 shaping platforms. Each has a peculiar device next to it. The devices look like control panels, bits of semi-organic machinery encased in protective cylinders of stone. Each has a protrusion pointing out of it, pointing at its platform. Each device also has what looks like an eyepiece. It's as if you are meant to look through the eyepiece then to see what is on the platform. Very strange. A table has been set next to each device where scribes can record some sort of information. It's all quite strange. The shapes back home have nothing like this. You peer through the eyepiece. You don't see anything. It's completely black. That would probably be the same on either of them, except maybe something like this. You peer through the eyepiece. You see a bit of flesh on the pedestal. It looks ordinary at first. Then, as you watch, fascinated and horrified, the view moves closer to the meat. And closer. And closer. The carrion fills the view, but then, amazingly, you look closer still. The device magnifies a bit of skin so that you can see every fissure, every hair follicle, every tiny detail. But then you get even closer. You see that the skin is made of countless tiny sacs, stuck to each other somehow. And then the view plunges into one of the sacs, and you can see that there is something inside. It is... You don't know what. It looks like a pair of scrolls twined together in a spiral. The view travels along the spiral. It's incredibly long, and it seems to contain some sort of information. You can't understand it. Finally, you stumble back, dazed. You have no idea what you have just seen. It is amazing and bizarre. It's as if you have just, aided by magic, seen something secret, some key element of life and how it works. It is incredible. It is also terrifying. This knowledge feels like it contains power. In the wrong hands, horrible power. Yep, once again, they found DNA. This woman wears a simple dirty dress. Tools, both living and not, hang from her belt. She looks very worried. She paces around rapidly, looking at machinery and shaking her head. No, the problem isn't here. It must be... But... Ah, yes, the visitor. I am Locke. What do you do here? I am taking care of the machinery, the power conduits, and so on. It's what I do while I wait for my shaper training, which I won't get if I mess anything up. You want to be a shaper? Of course, everyone here does. But Burnham and Fennin want to actually train the shapers while they're using the canisters so that they're actually better shapers who can research things. And they can only teach so many at once, so I wait. You're afraid they won't teach you? I'm sure of it if I damage any of these precious peering machines. Lark looks around at the many shaping devices. She seems to regard each as a personal enemy. What is all this machinery? Neat, huh? The shapers tell me that those twisty things you saw are like scrolls. Really, really, really long scrolls that contain the instructions for living things. But they're complicated. They can't understand the language. But the shapers can sort of play with them and change them. It makes shaping go much faster and easier, and they can make stronger and weirder things. Yeah, we know. Is something wrong? Yes, and it will ruin everything! Sorry, it's just that the power to this area is uneven and it's messing up all the experiments. The problem isn't in any of the labs. It must be somewhere around the power crystals in the back halls at the north end. But I can't get at them. It's too dangerous and they won't shut off the power to me. Just so you know, I can't help you. I have a lot of keys, but I really need to get this fixed. You don't need to know a lot about mechanics. You could do it, just so you know. Okay, that sounds fair enough. I guess the big wow, that is a lot of paper. 71? I think the big problem is just going to be not dying. There is only one shaper at work here right now. Odd for such a large shaping hall. He has not been as heavily modified as all the other Barzites. When he looks at you, he seems to see you. I am Fennin. Welcome, visitor. I have been told to describe to you the wonders of the Barzite research. What research are you working on now? Creations. Now that we have the secrets of Susia Island, we have doubled and redoubled the rate at which we can make new creations. Our refinements on the Vlish, Battle Alpha, and Drake are remarkable, and we will continue. Soon we will develop ways to find creations with even firmer control, so that we can make them with more will and intelligence. That just sounds a little dangerous. How have you improved Drakes? We have made Drakes into Dracons, of course. Soon, with the use of the incubation vats, we will make many Dracons, and they will defend us from the Shaper Council. How have you improved battle alphas? We have developed a variety called the Rotgroth. Stronger, larger, and with a corrupting touch. We have not had much luck with the design. The takers are ahead of us in this regard. More testing is required. Alas, I have had a shortage of testing volunteers. I can help you test the Rotgroth. Good, good, I'd hope you would. It is in a vat in the isolation room. It's west of here. Let it out of its vat. It'll probably be annoyed. Deal with it and tell me how it functioned. Okay. How have you improved Vlish? That was Barzol's work. He developed the gazer and the eye beast from the basic Vlish template. We haven't made many yet, but soon. That's interesting. So the gazers and eye beasts are actually modified Vlish. I suppose I can see that. Turn a Vlish upside down, make its body rounder, and put eyeballs all over it, and yeah, it does look kind of like a gazer. How have you improved control of creations? Well, you have seen in these mountains how creations can develop delusions of independence. Serviles especially. We are trying to make ways to totally crush the will of creations. Total obedience. And total slavery. That isn't right. The serviles in these mountains are on the right path. You are wrong, of course. That is a good thought, but wrong. You turn your back on the gifts many have worked so hard to give you. Yeah, sure. Fennin watches you attentively. However, you notice that, like all good shapers, he is constantly flicking his gaze towards the experiments bubbling around him. Can you teach me anything? Yes. I've been instructed to teach you magic and shaping so you can sample the power of the Barzides. This is only a fraction of what we can offer you if you join us. Alright, what shaping can you teach us? Fiora, Roamer, Drake, Thoughtclaw, like that. They can teach us some pretty strong stuff. Not bad. What about spells? Yeah, the main spells we want. Yeah. Oh well. Alright. Do you do anything here besides shaping? Well, we did try binding an infernal creature. In a golem, you say. It was an interesting idea. But it broke loose. Killed some creations, stole some valuable equipment, fled to awakened lands. We won't be trying that again. I'm trying to find a cure for a servile disease. Can you help? Ah, that disease. I've heard of it. I've done no work on it though, none of us have. It doesn't kill them yet. And if it did, we could just make more. The Takers are the only ones who might have a cure. They are very concerned about serviles, of course. Okay, I guess we'll have to go there to do it. I don't know if that's the way we're gonna have to go. Let's see. Isolation room, storage bay A, storage bay B. This room contains 10 large incubation tanks. They're massive shells of steel reinforced with pure steel rims. You could grow something large and nasty in these things. None of them are currently occupied, but they aren't new. Deposits of dried goo around the edges indicate that they have been used recently. And no doubt will be again. Ooh, living tool. I like that. A random living tool and a crystal right next to one. I guess they were working on it. Wonder what's in here. This chamber was created for powerful magic, but not of the shaping variety. The circle before you was made to capture and bind some sort of otherworldly creature, and someone has used it. However, considering the shattered floor tiles, the cracked posts, signs that the door was recently replaced, and the smell of sulfur and death that still hangs in the air, you would guess that the experiment was very, very unsuccessful. Something very powerful was summoned here. It broke free. You wonder where it went. My guess, Awakened Lands. I have a feeling that is... yeah. No. But yeah, my guess is that's where the demon was summoned. Right. Alright, let's test this Rotgroth. Oh! Holy, what the hell?! That thing just one-shot me! Maybe if I dodge it. Okay, 26, yeah, we're not gonna be able to kill this thing. Yeah, dude, don't ask me how I know without opening the thing, but I'm not going to test that thing. It's just going to kill me. Don't ask how I know. Just trust me on that. Ooh, actually. There we go, that's helpful. Now then, is it up here? You know what, I'll go in myself. Ow. Okay, this isn't that bad. The Barzites are powerful and smart, but they can be amazingly careless. For example, here they have put several barrels of chemicals next to the power conduits. If too much power went through here and it got too hot, it could cause a massive accident. There is a control panel here. It seems to be attached to the power conduit. The switches on it aren't labeled, but you think you might be able to use it to change power level flowing through the room. You make the sensible decision to not play with the power conduit around the hazardous chemicals. You decide to leave it alone. Why? No, you're not supposed to... Great. Ah, jeez. Okay, maybe that's not where we're supposed to go. Right, I'm gonna make a guess here and guess that this is the room this is the direction we're supposed to go. These logs are used to roll huge power spirals in and out. Oh look, esoteric craft. We found the book. You examine the control pedestal. It looks like it is used to modulate the flow of energy through the conduits to the laboratories. You examine it for a few minutes. It's actually a fairly simple device. You look at the cables entering and exiting the pedestal, and it looks like it's working the way it should. The flow of power through here is smooth. You leave it alone. There's no problem here. Okay. And now we're starting to get damaged. Ow, ow, ow! You examine the control pedestal. It looks like it is used to modulate the flow of energy through the conduits into the laboratories. Yada yada yada. You notice that the light in the cables is smooth going in, but flickers unevenly coming out. You could probably fix it. It would take 3 living tools, one for the cable going in, one for going out, and one for the control itself. Yeah, that's easy. Fix it. It is a surprisingly simple system once you start working with it. You clamp the cables with 2 living tools, and as they squeak in annoyance, fix the pedestal with a 3rd. Soon the job is done. The power is smooth coming in and going out. Oh crap! Okay, run! Get out of there! Thank you. Okay. Ow, ow. I hope that fixed everything. Let's go heal up first. Holy crap, I'm nearly dead. How much health do I have left? Hold on. I need to see. How much? 4! Wow! Dude, I hope you're happy with what we did. We nearly died. In hindsight, going into combat mode probably would have been better. Okay, we fixed the problem. I fixed the power system. I already know, and I already did something to help you out. Storage Bay B was locked. And now it isn't. Thank you, Shaper. You've done me a real favor. Okay, thank you. Storage Bay B, eh? No, not A, B. And it's canisters. No, no thank you. I think we'll be fine without those. I don't want to use too many of them. Also, we found the book you were looking for. I found your lost book. Oh, thank you, thank you. This will be good until they're stolen again. She leaves the room for a moment and then returns. You can be trusted. You're a trustable patron. You can enter the private room and take a look at the private stock. I hope you like it. Private stock, eh? Alright then. Actually, I'm wondering if this may contain something we need to look at. 2 books. Let's see. This is a shaping journal where some researcher has recorded the results of some promising experiments. His skill is much, much greater than yours. You don't know enough about battle shaping to understand what he's written. I guess we'll need the bracelet to understand that. And this one? Ah! This book is on languages. The study of other tongues is not a common one. After all, yada yada yada. You flip through the book, interested in the strange words and scripts. However, you don't learn anything of use. Remembering Sharon's mysterious book, you flip through the pages looking for some clue to what the strange tongue could be. Surprisingly, you are in luck. The book describes something called the Old Susia dialect. It is a language similar to the Shaper tongue that was spoken by tribesmen on Susia Island long before the Shapers came. You take some notes. Sharon will be very interested. Well, that's nice. Very nice indeed. And I think we've done just about everything we need to here. So, I think what we'll do now, let's go visit Sharon and tell her what we just found out. Also, we'll hand in that book we need to hand in. Just a moment. We'll start with the book. I have one of the books you were looking for. She gladly takes the book. This is not the more valuable of the books I was looking for, but it is still a rare and useful tome. This baton is a fair trade for the risk you endured to get it. Swafford gives you a baton made of ivory. It is carved with small runes. What was I given? Oh! Rod of Sucre. Oh, I got another Rod of Sucre. I guess we can probably use... I think I'll probably just deposit one of those. Oh, nothing there. Now let's go tell Sharon of what we've found. I have learned something about the book you had. That is very interesting. Not very useful to me, of course, since I don't know a word of the Old Susia dialect, but maybe I can find a way to learn it. Thank you for your help. Since you have given me knowledge, I feel I should give you some in return. I will teach you something of interest. She gives you a lesson in efficient spellcasting techniques. It takes a few hours of extreme concentration, but you learn a few things. Your spellcraft skill improves. Well, that could have been more useful, somehow. You flip through the book again. Knowing something about where it came from makes it no more comprehensible. And we got a skill that we don't need. Spellcraft. Yay! Okay, one more thing I want to do. And that's see if I can... Nah, you know what? Yeah, let's see if I can get over there with the skill I have with the bracelet to understand that book. Ah, good. It helped. You are able to learn something from some of the more advanced parts of the book. You now know how to create a battle alpha. Whoa. Battle alpha? That is expensive. We're never going to be able to create one of those. I mean, we only have how much? 142. We'd be able to make one at best, and it wouldn't have much intelligence. And we'd pretty much have to get rid of most of our other creations. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing that. Oh well. Still, we found out a bit, so... Yeah, I think we just have a little more that we have to do down here in Barzite Lands. Then I think we'll go back and look through Awakened Lands again, specifically that area we didn't go through. We're going to need to find out what we can. But that'll be in future episodes. So, till then, I am Chester44. That is Emil, Rendar II, Godsound III, Vavik, and Abandoned Vlish. This has been a Geneforge 2 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.